What up, everyone? It's John Brown, the one and only Bandana Gamer. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't understand how numbers and letters go together, but I know a guy. And so do you, because you're watching Captain Algebra, the greatest retro streamer in the universe. So you've made a good choice. You're clearly a person with fine taste. So I'm just going to get out of the way and say, enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here. Welcome to my pickups from June of 2021. First, we're going to go over the stuff that I got from other people. First one, we've got Prince of Persia on the Super Nintendo from Telesplash Gaming. As many of you know, he challenged 5 YouTubers to beat some hard SNES games in 2 weeks, and this was my game. I got through it. I had a lot of fun. First, I wasn't a big fan of it. The controls are kind of weird, but once you get used to the controls, the levels are a lot of fun trying to figure everything out, so I highly suggest that game. Then we got a bunch of stuff from Bandana Gamer. First one he sent to me for free, and that's Dark Souls on the Xbox 360. So I do have this digitally when it was, I think, at Games for Gold, way back when I used to get Xbox Live. But I always wanted physical. I've got Dark Souls 2, I got Dark Souls 3, but I did not have Dark Souls, so glad to finally get that. And the rest of these I did pay for. He just sent me a bunch of stuff he was getting rid of, some pictures. I'm like, yeah, these are the ones I want. So I ended up getting Jak 1, 2, and 3 on the PS4. It's funny, I picked everything out before looking up the prices, and then I started looking up the prices like, holy shit. Jak and Daxter is going for almost $200. Now, unfortunately, Bandana Gamer always gives me great deals, so I did not pay full price for any of these. But I have all these on PS2. Wanted to get them on PS4. It also came with the Jak 4 collectible case that doesn't actually have a game in it. Obviously, there is no Jak 4. But these things are going for like $60. People are buying $60 for an empty case. Ridiculous. Bandana Gamer just threw that in, so that was cool. And then along with that, we did get Jak X Combat Racing. So it's just kind of similar to Mario Kart, except for a little more edgy. You can get different power-ups. It's kind of cool. You can get some weapons that are offensive, some weapons that are defensive. There's turbo. You can drift and all that. So that was a pretty cool game to get. And we got a couple RPGs. First, we got Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness, and the Secret Hideout. So this is more of a turn-based kind of RPG. Really didn't know much about it, but it was a game I didn't have. So you guys know I love my PS4, so I thought I would grab it. And then I've got Ys Memories of Salsetta. So the Ys games are more of action RPGs. I'd been thinking about this one for a while because I've heard really good things about the Ys games. I never grabbed it, so perfect. Bandana Gamer had it for sale, so I grabbed it. Definitely looking forward to trying this out more. I think compared to this and compared to Ryza, out of those two, this one definitely seemed more my style of RPG. So we'll see. So there's everything that I got from other people. So let's go for the stuff that I bought. First, I finally got myself a Switch case, so I can start bringing it places. I generally bring my Game Boy or my 3DS, that kind of stuff. But now I've got a case just in case I decide I'm going to bring my Switch places. It's not going to happen a lot, but it is good to get. We got one Switch game this month, and that's Hades. So I've been hearing great things about this for a long time, and I finally grabbed it, and this game is addicting. I think the first time I threw it in just to try it out, I ended up playing for like an hour. I was having so much fun. So basically, you're Hades' son, and you're trying to escape. And each time you die, you have to start over, but you get to keep all the powers and stuff that you have, and you just keep going through, getting more money and keys to unlock weapons, and then trying to get through it again. So very fun game so far. Definitely look forward to a full playthrough of that. And I got one Genesis game, Shinobi 3. So we were talking about this, I think, in my last stream of the Shinobi games, and Dan mentioned I needed to get them, but I think I've got Revenge of Shinobi on the Genesis 6-pack, but I obviously want the games themselves. So I was at a resort in Illinois, and there is a game store in that town. So we stopped by, and I saw this, and right away I was like, yep, I want to grab that. It had a pretty good deal on it. It was cheaper than price charting. So I definitely grabbed that, and looking forward to trying this game out for sure. Excited to add that to the Genesis collection. And then the rest is PS4 goodness. So went to GameStop because we were in the mall with the kids, and I decided to stop. First game we got was Black Mirror. I've been really into like more horror style games lately, so that seemed kind of interesting. I know it's actually based on a bunch of old point-and-click adventure games, I think called Black Mirror as well. So see what that ends up being like. And then I also grabbed Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So I want to get all the Tomb Raider reboot games, and I did not have Shadow yet. So glad to finally grab that. And then Target was having a buy two get one free deal. So I did grab Iris Fall. So this is a really cool game that uses light and shadow, kind of similar to Lost in Shadow on the Wii. So you basically have to put stuff in the foreground in front of lights to create shadows on the wall to solve certain puzzles. Sometimes you have to add a piece to something so you can create a bridge in shadow, and then you go into the wall and get another piece of the puzzle. So really cool so far. I'm looking forward to trying that out more. And I got Scully. So I'm always interested in getting games that I haven't really heard of much instead of like AAA games. And this seemed kind of interesting. Basically, you're brought to this island by this deity who his brothers and sisters are fighting all the time. He wants to help bring them back together. And so you're just a skull made out of clay. But you roll around the ground collecting flowers and stuff. Water kills you, so you have to stay away from water. But there's clay pools. And you go into clay pool, you can regenerate your health. You can also sometimes use that clay pool to create a big body that you can use to punch things and stuff. So far, it definitely seems pretty interesting. And the one I was really excited for, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I absolutely loved the Marvel Spider-Man that came out on PS4 a couple years ago. So as soon as Miles Morales was announced, I had to get it. I know it's on PS5 too. I don't plan on getting a PS5 anytime soon, at least not until God of War comes out. So I'm perfectly fine playing these games on the PS4. And so I played it a little bit, and it felt so good getting back into that game because the gameplay is so good. So definitely looking forward to that one. And then the next two are because I bought Blaster Master Zero 3 on limited run. I'm like, well, I need the other two games. So I did grab Blaster Master Zero 1 and 2. So this is basically a Blaster Master reboot, which I didn't know. I just thought maybe it was a new game in the franchise. But then I put in Blaster Master Zero. I was like, oh, this is just like the first game. So it's really cool. It's just like this first game on the NES, but a lot of improvements. For example, you can find a map. Also, in a bunch of little rooms that you can go into, sometimes there's sub-bosses, sometimes there's other things you can get for your car or for Jason, which wasn't true in the NES Blaster Master. In fact, a lot of the rooms you could just skip and go for the good room, get your gun power up, and then go to the boss of the area, whereas this one you kind of want to go everywhere. So that was really cool. Excited to play those. And then we got Vader Immortal, a PSVR game. So I didn't know about this, but then 8-Bit Glitch sent me a message saying that pre-orders were up on GameStop, so I ordered it right away. I love Star Wars. Darth Vader's my favorite character, and so far this is pretty cool. So there's kind of two modes. There's the story mode, which is broken up into 3 episodes. And then there's the lightsaber dojo type thing, which is, I think, 40 different kind of exercises to get through. Those are a lot of fun, but I'm loving the story so far. You're not actually Vader, but he's in it and stuff, and it's really cool. If you love Star Wars, this is a must-buy. And then finally, the last game that I got is Biomutant, the Collector's Edition. So I grabbed this, I think, last year in June. It was on sale for $60. The Collector's Edition for a normal, priced game. So I definitely grabbed it. Didn't really know anything about the game. It was like $60 for a Collector's Edition. Sure. It's got some cool stuff in it. It's got the soundtrack. It's got artwork. It's got this cool hero figurine. The game itself is okay. I've played it a little bit. It's an open world, post-apocalyptic Kung Fu Fable RPG that has different combat styles. You can use a gun, but you can also use martial arts. And you can change your mutant abilities as you go. So that's kind of cool, but it seems very, not glitchy, but the frame rate seems kind of bad at times, which is not something I normally even notice. So if I'm noticing it in a game, it's probably not great. So I haven't heard great things about it, but I figured, $60 for the Collector's Edition, I'm okay with that. So hopefully they release some updates and fix the FPS a little bit and stuff. I don't know if they can do that. Like I said, I don't really pay attention to the tech stuff and that kind of stuff. But I thought it was pretty cool to grab that. So there you go. Those are my pickups for June of 2021. Got a lot of good stuff. Definitely got more than I expected because of the Bandana Gamer stuff, but very glad to add those games in my collection. Always looking at PS4 stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.